Welcome back into Lambeau Field. I'm now joined by the Athletics' Matt Schneidman. Matt, the Packers now lose 2 in a row, an awful one here on Sunday against the Bears. What's going on with this team right now?
Yeah, they are firing on 0 cylinders. You hear the saying they're firing on all cylinders. No cylinders right now.
It's the car with no engine that's sitting at the auto shop.
They're in the playoffs. They're in the dance. That's all you need to make a run. That's good for them. They earned it. There's a lot of reason for concern around this team. Couple injuries that we'll get to. A lot of self-inflicted mistakes that haven't been fixed. Slow starts again. Losing to the Bears is one thing, but the Packers have their sights set on bigger things. They got to go to Philadelphia next weekend. It doesn't look so good right now.
The biggest thing with the Packers when they're humming is that their offense is scoring right away. They're putting points up on the board. We haven't seen that in the last few weeks. What's going on with this offense right now? What's the biggest problem that you've seen?
Yeah, it's the passing game starting early, I think, and Jordan Love hasn't been great. Jordan Love talked today that the accuracy, the ball placement, everything he said needs to be on point from everybody, and I asked him, how does he feel he's doing in those areas right now? He said, not consistent enough. Matt LaFleur said the passing game is a problem. The Packers are a run-first team. They run to open up the pass. But I still do think they can win a game throwing the ball with Jordan Love's right arm. We saw it a lot last year. But he's going to have to prove it because right now, especially at the start of games, the Packers are coming out flat, and against a team like the Eagles, they cannot afford to have another slow start.
You talked about the running game. You know, that's what the offense goes through. But how much do you think that has to do with Jordan Love's slow start? They're getting the running game going early. Are they not getting Jordan Love in rhythm early enough, you think?
Yeah, no, they're not. And I think the ideal way for the Packers to play is to get that running game going up early, which opens up the passing game. Because if Josh Jacobs is going early like he was against the Seahawks, for example, other teams will put one more guy in the box, and that opens some things up downfield for Jordan Love. But they're not playing complementary football.
LaFleur made some kind of questionable decisions today. I think I was up in the press box up there screaming when he took that timeout and then coming out with the field goal.
What are you, a fan? You were screaming?
It was just internally, it was more like, what are you doing? If you're trying to win this game, you got to run the clock out. What's going on there? I mean, he's kind of made some questionable decisions.
Not the first time.
Yeah,
not the first time he's botched clock management here in recent weeks. He did it at the end of the first half against the Seahawks. Today, he took full ownership for that, but it's still unacceptable. 58 seconds left. He was planning on going for it, which is why he called the timeout, to set up a play. And then, if you get it, you can then run the clock down or force the Bears to take their final timeout. Instead, Matt LaFleur calls timeout with 58 seconds left on 4th and 4. They decide to kick a field goal, and then the Bears have, 54 seconds to drive down the field, and they do. And Matt LaFleur played a huge part in the Packers losing that game, and coaches of teams that go on runs in playoffs cannot do that.
What does this team need to do? I still think they have a good shot to go into Lincoln Financial Field and upset the Eagles next week. The defense looked okay today. What does this team need to do in order to get that win?
A good shot? I don't know about a good shot. They need to take the ball away from Jalen Hurts. You know, Xavier McKinney picked off Jalen Hurts on the opening drive in Brazil, I think it was. You can't take much from that game. It was week 1, unscouted looks on a sketchy surface. You got to wipe that slate clean from week 1. Stopping Saquon Barkley is impossible. You got to slow him down. Don't let him completely take over a game. And you got to force maybe 2 takeaways.
Matt, it feels like a much different team than last year heading into the playoffs when they upset the Cowboys. But Matt, thank you so much for your time. He's Matt Schneidman from The Athletic. I'm John Miller. That'll do it for us.